Hi, George. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a great honor to be in this great festival where you honor so many filmmakers.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know those time zones can be a bit tricky, so I just really appreciate you being here. All right, everyone, this is George Laritas. He is the writer and director for Je suis Libre slash I'm Free, the incredible short film that you guys saw not too long ago. Now, George, I do have to acknowledge that this is your US premiere, so I was just wondering, how are you feeling about that? Are you excited or nervous? What's going on in your head right now?
Oh, I would love to be there with you and sharing this experience that we had while filming it. But it's unfortunately it's a little bit far, Greece and the US. But I hope you liked the movie. It's something that we did from our heart, and it's really something real that came out.
Yeah, no, I love the film, and honestly, I can't wait to get into it. But before that, I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about yourself, just to get to know you a little bit more. Cindy and I have been talking back and forth for a little while now, and she mentioned to me that you ran for office not too long ago. So I was wondering how that turned out.
Yeah. Right. You mean how long did the filming take?
No,
Uh,
you were trying to get into politics not too long ago, correct?
all right, Khalil. Well, I'm quite a while interested in how the country is running, how the its city of Greece is running, because we have many problems here, and when you are young, you want to change things. You want
Okay,
to.
stop with him. We're gonna fix the audio because nobody can hear him out there. We can hear you, but we can't hear George. You just tell George to hold on a second. All right.
Gotcha. Just hang on just a second.
Hello.
Hello, hello. So you like to offer a change, something that the young people can rely on, and from my perspective, you know, the part of a better way, a better change for cinema, but also all of the arena of culture and the arts that in Greece are really downgraded. It's something that really concerns me a lot. Can you hear me? Is okay the sound?
That working? Can you hear that?
No, you just said something. I can't hear. Sorry, George, we're just having some issues with the audio.
No problem. But can you hear me? Is the sound okay?
Try to have him speak again.
All right, could you do a quick test for us right now? All right, George, do you mind just saying something real quick?
Blah blah blah. Can you hear me? Everything all right?
Yeah, finally got it.
All right.
You still hear him?
Yeah, and you guys can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
And
Thank you so much.
can you guys hear each other?
Yeah,
I hear you very well. Yeah.
Okay.
fantastic. So sorry about that. I think we're gonna have to redo a bit of that introduction. But yeah, no, I was just saying that I really enjoyed your film, and I was hoping you could just give yourself a brief introduction just to give everyone a chance to get to know you a bit better.
Well, I'm from Greece. Kalamata is my hometown, and I'm involved in many things in the film universe, but in the arts as well. I'm also a film festival organizer. I started the Libre Monologues Film Festival, which is something a little bit more unique in terms of cinematic monologues. I'm also president of the Alumni Association of the Graduates of Cinema in Thessaloniki. So I'm involved in other things as well. But of course, my main thing is filmmaking.
Yeah, and I was wondering about that since you know, operate your own festival, if that's changed your approach to filmmaking at all, just having that different perspective on it.
Well, I watched cinema for many years. Of course, I've seen as many people that love cinema, many films, and I've been to quite some festivals. And what I like and what I want to see, as it happens with the Art is Alive Film Festival, is that a festival has to be unique. It has to include different voices, not just you know, some mainstream things that we see all the time in front of us online. And that's the goal. That's the thing. You have to get out there films that people can't easily see um, anywhere. In fact, it's these festivals that really discover the things.
Yeah, so again, obviously you submit to a lot of film festivals like on an international scale. Have you ever run into any roadblocks or challenges when you're trying to like get your films in front of international audiences?
Well, look, Khalil, at this time, I have to be honest, I didn't really try with this movie. I didn't really try. Why? Because I have, you know, I don't really believe in many film festivals. I think that the film festivals that really fit to some movie are quite specific. And I try to search and find these festivals that really can take care and speak for my movie. This is what I try to do as well in my film festival that I referred to before. So we have to really find and respect these films, these people that trust and put their work out there. And of course, I don't think that, unfortunately, every movie is for every film festival out there.
Okay, that's a solid answer. And then just one more question before we get into the nitty-gritty of the movies. When I was reading your bio on your website, you mentioned being the father to a lot of cats. Um, yeah, so I was just wondering if you had like a quick little anecdote you could share about that.
Yeah, I'm not specifically a cat guy. You know, I always, of course, love all the other animals, dogs, everything. It just happened that I like cats a little bit more. I had a lot of cats in my life. They are in my hometown in Kalamata. I have some in Agrinio where I live right now. Um, and I like very much the independency. I like very much that they can do things on their own, but they can also connect to a very deep level with you. Um, at the same time, I have to say that I'm a filmmaker that I really don't like when they harm animals in the movies, even if it's for something fake. You know, I don't say specifically to really harm the animal, but it's something that I never really like to see.
Yeah, I get that. I know it's a tool a lot of filmmakers use to like make a bad guy very blatantly bad. But yeah, I wanted to get into the film now. And first of all, I really wanted to touch on the music. The film has already won 5 different awards for the music across 5 different countries. So I was just wondering, you know, was the sound of the film, was music always intended to be as big a tool as it ended up being, or was that something you found later in the process when you were working with Christos, the composer?
Well, you give me the pass. I would like to thank, of course, for starters, every single member of the team, our cast, which is really, I think, playing very well in the movie. Georgia Kapopoulou, Elena Salma, Konstantin Sanson, and of course, Konstantinos Papagiannis, who helped me shot the film, and of course Christos Danakas, whom I work with for second time. We worked the first time in The Clay and the Girl is another short film that I did, and it really worked well. We had the chemistry, and you know it very well as a writer. music sometimes can play this role for you. It can connect and say things that you can't really say with words sometimes. So it was important for us to have our own tracks, unique atmosphere that could get you much more faster in the psychology of the protagonists.
No, yeah, I mean, it definitely shows in the final product. And I just wanted to talk about Georgia Kapapoulou as well, because so much of the story is just told through her facial expressions. I mean, she's able to convey just so much about what's going on with that character through just her face. And I was wondering, since you'd worked with her before, if you always knew that she was the person that you wanted for this lead role, or if there was an audition process that went along with this film.
I wasn't really sure, but when I'm trying to speak out for a project, I'm always having in mind something real. I have to take out a story that is speaking of something that is there, is real. So I think I saw in Georgia's life some elements that could help convey the message of the film. So many things that you see, in fact, in the movie are facts, are reality. It's not written, all of it. So I just took some parts of her life and I tried to make this what if scenario. What if this happens after, and how do you deal with that? So yes, she played a very big part on helping me realize and always inspiring me to get through the final cut, because the problem was in the end how to get together, how to end this idea in 20 minutes.
Gotcha. And I know you've just mentioned that it borrows a lot from George's life. Is it reflective of your journey as a creative as well? I know it touches on a lot of, being trapped in maybe an unfulfilling role and learning how to break out of it. So I was just wondering if that was, reflective of something that you've been through in your creative career.
I could have placed any other actor, I play sometimes as well. But in this case, again, I wanted to convey something real. So I rewind a little bit my life. When I was in France, I was living there in 2016. And I said to myself, what if you go back and then, love is changing something for you again. Love has this power after all. So it's about feelings from my journey. Of course, I don't really focus in the character of the director. He's not really a main character, but I wanted to put out there a little bit of his concerns, his goals. He want to go somewhere to have a better option, a better life, and this is happening all the time with filmmakers in Greece. I think we're always thinking, I'm a talented person. What if? How can I go to maybe a city where they admire or respect more cinema culture, and would I have a better future there? So I put myself in this mindset in the film.
Gotcha. No, thank you so much for that response. Moving forward a little bit, I wanted to ask you a little bit about some of the editing choices that you made. You have the black and white coloring, you have, the more cinematic aspect ratio, the, reliance on music. And I was just wondering how you used a lot of these tools and elements to help set the tone for your film and help set the environment for your film.
If I had the option, to shoot it on real film, I would do it. Of course, it's a little bit more expensive. So I tried to put this feeling out there, to put a little bit of this black and white traditional Kodak film. So it seemed more logical. It seemed for some reason, because I didn't have specifically this idea before, because I'm working really spontaneously. But at some point in the filming, I was sure that black and white is the option. So while I was watching the image, I think in the shootings I took this decision. I said, yes, I'm gonna do it black and white. But after, of course, is what kind of black and what kind of white, like where do you play, in which range of black and white. So I got into something a little bit more light, not really very dark at all places, because the story, after all, and I decided that while filming as well, because I do very much of things spontaneously, as I said. I discovered that this is not really a sad story, but could be after the end. I don't know, but I didn't want to put out there a very black and white and sad message in the end.
Gotcha. No, I mean, I think the story is very inspirational. I mean, that's the message that I ended up taking away from it. I wanted to ask, while I still have some time left with you, about how you came to settle on some of the locations that you used, because you have a lot of very interesting, a lot of very fun locations in this film. And I was wondering if there was some kind of like criteria list for how you settled on what you settled on, or if it was just what would work best for each scene.
Well, I would like to reveal here that the shootings took a while. Like the movie itself, it's very short, but just because I wanted to have the difference of feelings in between, because the movie is short, but many things supposedly happen in between. So shooting took like I think 5 to 6 months. It didn't really complete really quick. So in the middle, I had the time to take some more ideas, maybe even adding some things, little things, to get more to the channel, like I said, that I wanted. Because there is the scene that he says to her, okay, I have to leave, and I could end the movie right there, maybe with a phone call later or whatever. But the choice to do the scene in Paris, like I said before, it was all about this what if scenario. What if the mother in the end decides to take this chance, and also, very importantly, the daughter approves this choice, which is a nice message that I wanted to put out there for the children as well. That not just the parents approve, the choices of the kids, but a daughter or a son has sometimes to help to give this open feeling, this open mind to his parent, to her parent. So it was another aspect of this message, and the positive here is that, unfortunately, as some psychologists said in one of our other screenings, in most of cases this is not happening. Not all the cases end so well with this kind of problems in the family. So it was good case scenario, but unfortunately, it doesn't happen all the time. So we wanted to put out there a little,
It's a bit of
a little
positivity in there.
something that's hopeful.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of us in the audience can really appreciate those kind of more hopeful and optimistic messages. I was wondering, so you mentioned that this film took a really long time. What kind of budget were you working with for this?
Well, with me, it works quite well most of times with Kickstarter. This is one thing that I use, and also, of course, helpings from friends. This is my most stable source, and I always like to give back to everybody that really trusts me, because we don't really have a very good system here that helps the artists to take grants. So I have to improvise many times. The budget is always, varying on what you have as an option, what is most important. Of course, many people work voluntarily because it's a very independent project as well. So it's can vary, from 5 to 10,000. It depends, but here we just really did many things, like I said, on the go. So
Yeah.
it's really something that we didn't have big crew. It was just me and 1, 2 other people. It wasn't really a big crew to have with you.
Gotcha. Gotcha. George, I'm so happy that you were able to take the time to sit in with us today. Unfortunately, we are running a bit pressed for time, so I do have to finish out. Where is this film screening next, and what projects do you have down the line that we can look forward to?
Thank you very much for this. I wish to you as well the best. I saw that you are an actor, a writer, very inspiring. I wish the best to all the people of the festival, because I think I don't know everybody, but I think many people are quite great and they deserve great things in their life, in their career. I hope the best for everybody. For me, I have some new projects that I have in mind. Maybe traveling a bit around Europe to do some new project. I will let you know, and also organizing myself the next Libre Monologues film festival that I'm doing in the summer in Greece. And of course, you're all invited if you have the time, with much pleasure. And every best and every single thing for you and Art is Alive Film Festival. Thank you really, really, really much.
Gotcha. And just real quick, I do want to make sure we get in there where you are screening next.
Je suis libre is not really having a program right now. I mean, we played in some film festivals. I don't know yet. I don't have any other notification. But here is our first in the US. So who knows? Maybe something next follows. But I'm really proud, and I'm feeling very nice to have premiered in this film festival.
Yeah, congratulations. Before we go, I have some parting gifts for you here. Your film has been honored with 4 nominations. You have Best Female Actor in a Short Film over 16 minutes. You have Best Cinematography in a Short Film over 16 minutes. Best Director in a Short Film, congratulations. And
Thank you very much.
Best Short Film.
You're really kind. Thank you very much. And like I said before, everybody deserves the best. I'm really happy to see every film, and everybody get together and reorganize, do films, because only together we can make it possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much, George. Have a great day. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks, everybody.
So before we go on to the next panel,